President Biden still doesn't get it on energy, to Vladimir Putin's delight. Hello, I'm Steve Forbes, and this is What's Ahead, where you get the insights you need to better navigate these turbulent times. In announcing that the U.S. would be banning imports of Russian oil, natural gas, and other energy products, President Biden declared that the war in Ukraine showed that we need to achieve energy independence. But then he added that the best way to do this was by ramping up the transition to fossil fuel alternatives, primarily solar panels and windmills. This sentiment was echoed by our State Department's energy envoy, who proclaimed that the U.S., and I quote, should double down and triple down on the transition to make it broader, bigger, and faster, end quote. Unfortunately, this unscientific obsession with so-called renewables is why Europe now finds itself so dangerously dependent on Russia's natural gas and oil, and why the output of oil and gas in the U.S. is far below what it is capable of being. President Biden is recklessly, dangerously ignoring reality. Over the years, Germany went all out for renewables, which turned out to be extremely expensive and unreliable. The sun doesn't always shine when you need it to, and similarly, the winds don't always blow. So Germany let itself become over-reliant on energy imports from Putin. In recent days, the newly installed German government, dominated by socialists and Greens, is starting to see the light. It's fast-tracking construction of liquefied natural gas terminals to get gas from non-Russian sources. By contrast, the Biden administration is still delaying permits for building new LNG terminals and expanding existing ones. Germany has halted the shutting down of its remaining nuclear power plants, and it recognizes that natural gas is a clean fuel, a fact U.S. green extremists in the Biden White House refuse to acknowledge. This despite the fact the massive increase in gas production is why carbon dioxide emissions in the U.S. have fallen, while increasing just about everywhere else. The powerful push for energy alternatives over the last 20 years has been scandalously expensive. At least $5 trillion has been shelled out during that time in the U.S. and Europe to try to have alternatives replace oil and gas. The overall result? High-tech guru Mark Mills points out, and I quote, "The hydrocarbon share of all energy use is down to 84% today, a mere 2 percentage point decline relative to 2 decades ago," end quote. And the push has made energy artificially more costly. If the Biden administration is serious on energy and on checkmating Putin, it would decisively reverse course and work to remove barriers to oil and gas production. It would also be working with Canada to get more oil, which it has in abundance. Such basic steps would deliver a telling blow to Putin using Russian oil and gas as a lethal diplomatic weapon. I'm Steve Forbes. Thanks for listening. Do send in your comments and suggestions. I look forward to being with you soon again.